To show you why I believe this is already happening, let me take you to a Southern California factory where the world's most glamorous adult toys are made. Part 1. The Future of Sex. The Rise of the Sex Robot. Chapter 1. Where the Magic Happens. Abyss Creations is an unremarkable grey building off Route 78 in San Marcos, a 30-minute drive north of San Diego, with a half-empty parking lot and a high perimeter wall. There's no sign, no logo, no indication that a world-famous, world-leading multi-million-dollar sex toy business operates behind the tinted glass. They don't want to attract passing customers, or fanboys, or rubberneckers. When you pass between the sliding doors, you are greeted at reception by a seated, life-size female doll in black glasses and a white shirt that strains to contain her heavy cleavage. A male doll stands beside her, dressed in a grey tie and waistcoat. His almond eyes and sharp cheekbones are unmistakably those I've seen in videos and photographs of Matt McMullen, Abyss Creations' founder, chief designer and CEO. There's a very convincing plastic orchid with sinuous fake roots creeping over onto the counter. Everything here is synthetic, but you only realise on second glance. Abyss Creations is the home of Real Doll, the world's most famous hyper-realistic silicone sex doll. Every year, up to 600 of them are sent out from the workshop in San Marcos to bedrooms in Florida and Texas, Germany and the UK, China and Japan and beyond, costing anything from $5,999 for a basic model to tens of thousands if the customer has unusual specifications. Vanity Fair magazine calls them the Rolls-Royce of sex dolls. Real dolls have modelled in Dolce & Gabbana fashion shoots and starred in a string of movies and TV shows from CSI New York to My Name is Earl, and most famously opposite Ryan Gosling in Lars and the Real Girl. This is the most high-end masturbation on the market. Dakota Shaw, Matt's nephew and all-round helper, is going to take me on a tour of the factory. He lopes up to shake my hand, a warm smile beaming out from behind a magnificent copper beard. Dakota works in shipping and handles the social media accounts. He's only 22, but he's been working here since he was 17. He's grown up alongside the dolls. My dad worked here when I was a kid. Matt's my mum's brother, and I'm really close with him. So it's always been part of my life. It's never been weird to me, he explains as he leads me behind reception, past a rack of dolls in lacy underwear and high heels. There's a blonde doll with porcelain pale skin and glossy cherry red lips, and a mixed race doll with tumbling curls. A goth doll has studs in her nose, lip, and navel, and bolts through her nipples, clearly visible in her fishnet halter neck. The first time I came here, I was 12 or 13 years old, and I thought it was cool, Dakota continues, then checks himself. I didn't see the whole factory. I just saw the receptionist mannequins upstairs, and I thought, cool, really realistic receptionists. He gives me a sheepish grin. We walk along a corridor lined with framed press cuttings and movie posters featuring real dolls. There's what looks like a Disney drawing until you look closer and realise it's Snow White being groped by all 7 dwarves. Dakota props open a door with an enormous, veiny, erect silicone penis. Now that I work here and know the depth of it, it's normal to me. It's something that makes a lot of people happy, and I take a lot of pride in it. We go down some steps that lead to the basement, passing underneath the giant labia of a huge doll that straddles the stairwell. She has bluish-grey skin and thick, articulated tentacles for hair. She was a prop in a minor Bruce Willis movie called Surrogates. At the bottom of the stairs is an enormous room with halogen strip lights. This is the beginning of the production line. This is where the magic happens. A long queue of headless bodies hang on metal chains from a track in the ceiling, like carcasses in an abattoir. Their fingers and legs are splayed. Their chests jut forward and their hips are thrust back. Each one is different to the next. Some have cartoonish, pendular breasts. Others have athletic bodies. But they all share the same impossibly tiny waists. Because they're hanging, they're moving, dangling eerily a few feet above a floor littered with gummy silicone offcuts that look like flakes of dead skin. You can touch them, no problem, Dakota says. He slaps one hard on the bottom.